They will notice that, perhaps. Tim Kennedy is a UFC fighter. He's currently ranked number 7th, but that ranking is bullshit because he beat like 5 of the people above him, something like that. 3, all right. And Green Beret, paratrooper. I'm probably messing some of this up. And currently what are you, a special like security guard fighting pirates or something? What are you doing lately, Tim?
I don't know. Well, yes, I do that. I mean, if it involves being behind a gun, I pretty much do it. Most recently, I've been doing a lot of television. We're chasing down Nazis in South America,
Wait,
which is fun. It's way better than pirates.
What?
That's a thing? There's still Nazis in South America?
Yeah, they're really old, so it's kind of depressing. Like,
Is that true?
yeah, it's like
You're creeping up on Nazis. They're in walkers.
No, they're not even in walkers. They're like in their deathbed. And then you're like, oh, hey, you know, all that stuff that you gave to your kids and your grandkids, we're gonna go ahead and assume all of those assets because you're a horrible person and you shouldn't have lived this long. You should have died 60 years ago, but whatever.
Oh, Kyle,
Wow. Yeah. Some good old sins of the father, biblical shit. We know you had nothing to do with it, but sorry, you know, go into the slums. Like,
Yeah. Well, they'll never really be in the slums, but I don't really feel that guilty. You know, like 7 million Jews is kind of a lot of Jews.
I'd say too many. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go out on a limb there.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to make that a stance, but I honestly, until like the last 30 seconds, I would have put money that you were joking about the Nazis in South America thing.
No,
Like,
not joking.
Wow.
No.
Nazis, how old, like, they have to be in their 80s, right?
90s.
90s.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You know,
Man.
this ties
That's
back
so
to my,
old.
like, if you live an absolutely terrible life, but it works out for you until like 93, it might have just worked out for you, period. Right? Like, what's he going to get
I
jail
don't
for the last
know.
month?
If you're on your deathbed and then some gringo walks in and it's like, hey, that big, huge ranch that you left for your kids, we're going to take that. And then everything that they have in their bank accounts that is connected to you in any way, we're going to take that too.
Okay, I'll admit that sucks. But his kids are like 70, right? So even his kids did pretty well for a really long time.
Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. I was picturing children. Oh my God, I'm a fucking retard. This guy's great grandkids are old enough to vote.
Yeah. If his kids are in their 70s, then their kids might be in their 40s and 50s. Like his grandkids had a pretty good run at all these like seized Jewish things from the previous century.
He's so old that he's like estranged from the youngest members of his family. Where when they hear about it, like, great Uncle Ted's a fucking Nazi, they'll be like, "Well, he did bounce me weird on his knee. I can see that." You know? Like that.
Oh, that's what that swastika tattoo on his neck was from. God, I'm an idiot.
Should have put it together.
Thought he just really liked American History X. He was a big Edward Norton fan.
It was on repeat constantly. Only a couple scenes though. Really weird. Same scenes. Yeah.
So you're filming a TV show with who?
So we did, the first season was called Hunting Hitler, and it was on the History Channel. And we looked at, if it was possible, had Hitler escaped out of the bunker in 1945, what would he have done? So my end, they brought in, when they hired me, they needed a guy that could use UAVs, that knew ground penetrating radar, that had hunted people, like high value targets type people. And I did it in reverse. So I started where, if I was him, where would I have gone? And then kind of followed the rat lines back to Argentina. And then to prove my theories, to see if it would have worked, we had to find other Nazis that had done that same thing, which is where the depressing part comes in.
Oh. Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's the reaction like when you walk in and I'm sure some of them are like, all right, well, fuck, I'm getting my comeuppance. And our other ones just like, huh? Like they have no idea why you're there.
Dude, they've been lying for so long. They still won't admit it. I'm like, hey, look, here's a picture of you. Here's your military ID card. Here's the address that you lived when you're in Berlin. Like, this is the boat that you came here on. Here's the day that you landed. Here's your signature that matches your signature in Germany.
I apologize. I don't even speak English or read English. I don't. I've
Do you
lived here
start
my whole
to
life.
second guess yourself though? Because that's what I would be doing. Like if I caught this guy and we had all this information, he's like, none of this seems familiar. I would be like, huh? Are we sure this is the dude?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to understand the culture of Nazism and the secret, especially since 1945, the way that they've behaved. Living in Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, and they've had to live this way through countless presidents, some of which supported them, like Perón, like Evita's husband. Evita, that girl. Her husband was very supportive of the Nazis, and he was actually part of the Nazi party. But then 2 presidents after him, they started a commission to track down Nazis. So then these guys all like shuffled and had to hide and hopping borders. So they've been doing this a really long time, and they got really good at it. There's areas in Argentina that still exclusively speak German. And me being a big, red-bearded white guy, I walk into a coffee shop, and they're just sitting there talking in German to me. I was like, no, sprechen no Deutsch, dude. Like, let's speak Spanish. I speak Spanish. I'm in Argentina. Can we speak Spanish? Is that cool? Can I order coffee?
Cafe. That's
weird.
all my
Wow.
Spanish.
So how many Nazis did you
to
get?
answer your original question, what am I doing? I'm doing television. I'm still training for a fight. I still go to Africa to try to find poachers. I haven't been looking for pirates very recently. I'm trying to bait ISIS to try to come and kill me, but they're a bunch of pussies, so they're not going to do that.
I told everyone about your T-shirt. Like I was looking forward to you coming on the show. And I guess, am I going to mess this up? Did the CIA contact you and say that they had a credible threat?
That would have been cooler, but no, it was the FBI. Like
I mixed them up.
Well, as long as it wasn't Twitter, like, oh, fuck you, go die. Like, you take it a little seriously.
I get my death threats on YouTube, and they're just fat rednecks. So
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that I could aspire to that. You
I think
have me
you've
there.
got
I don't
me.
have a lot of fat rednecks
No.
threatening to kill
If
me.
you saw the video, you wouldn't be impressed. He's just some dude driving, holding a cell phone.
I don't know. Any dude taking a video, especially if he's fat, I think it's kind of humorous and entertaining. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, don't mind my man boobs and my Pabst over there. I like the blue ribbon. Hey, Henrietta, bring me something to drink. No, I'm gonna kill you though. I think that's hilarious.
So it's